style. Me know them things say them tough, but them no wild enough. But the bad mind fuck up them boiling up. Them one man pre-corrupt fi spoil me love. Hey, come with a billion style. Can't stop a brilliant child. Can't tread a lily 1 mile in a few shoes them no time. The next thing, watch them out, that are the best thing. I made the best win. Charge it, who am I kidding? That's way. I one West run your city and your damn street. Who say I.U.I.C. Tap your fuckery. Purple body boy, them that's the police. Alone war man a green, say no peace. No give me rice and peas, give me more beef. And from a style and a week at the factory. Have y'all a cry cause she need up the bad grease. She say she love the fat shield and the black sheep. Me say me love your not knees, it attracts me. And anyway the Glock squeeze up, me stop breathe. The enemy them a feel like trap meat. But not late when the killer them touch the street. We a take over, nobody can stop we. No pussy can't while we up. Style me know them things say them tough, but them no wild enough. But the bad mind fuck up them boiling up. Them one man pre-corrupt fi spoil me love. Hey, come with a million style. Can't trick a militant child. Can't tread a lily 1 mile in a few shoes them no time. Yeah. One West. U.P.K. Easy. They in the 4th dimension fam. Can't too study me, you see me? Just go and be a tick. Me keep my circle kinda small as my should. We firm like the China wild dog, my good. Me learn the game of Minecraft. Them say dog, oh nobody can see you, none a call from with you. You see me when you see me, you see me. Right now we know the panic gimmicks me a coffee for me, can nobody not give we no to me. You sky the limit dog. If you no like weed, then go suck your mother. Me no give a fuck neither. One day sit out with team, you what them me rather. Try no mess with my brother. You no like weed, then I suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One day sit on my team, you what them me rather. Try no mess with the brothers. Hey, in a the game of life, just try no say life and no game. Me get gain from the pain, and that's why you see me a stain at the flame. Hey, oh you mean if me change this? I know the youth we used to play in the lane, at the big man list with the name and the fame. I lucky thing we nah no stain for we name. Hey, the pussy them stay for we name. This a U.P.K. We have the place away. We stay from the beta male man up to stay in them lane because some of them are gay dog. Oh gosh, what a shame. Me and my dog, them say we straight like a plane. Man a kill a charge, me say just the way we train. And any boy this no cause no blame. If you no like weed, then go suck your mother. Me no give a fuck neither. One day sit on me team, you what them me rather. Try not trouble my brother. You no like weed, then I suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One day sit on with team, you what them me rather. Try no mess with the brothers. Hey, Me keep my circle kinda small as me should. We firm like the China wall, dog, my good. Me learn the game of Minecraft. Them say, dog, oh, nobody can see you, no knock all from where there. You see me when you see me, you see me. Right now we not depend the gimmicks. We are unfulfilled, we can't nobody knock you, we no stimmy. Yo, higher the limits, dog. If you no like we, then go suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One yes it a we team, you what that we rather. Try not trouble my brother. You no like we, then I suck your mother. We no give a fuck neither. One yes it a the team, you what them rather. Try not mess with the brothers. You know it. Yeah, you see it. The equilibrium. Tribe vibes. You know. Abadawa.
Shalom, Yahweh, Shemel, Shabrakatah. Salakia. Can anybody hear me?
So I can hear you.
Come, Most High in Christ. Shalom, Skatah. Salakia. What about the other zones? Is the audio coming through Tawab? Let's make sure it's good.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Come, Most High in Christ.
Yeah, come one con, sir. Shalom, Lord of Christ, out of one. Yeah, the visual and the audio coming in pretty good, sir.
Come, Shalom, how about Shemel, Shabrakatah?
You should
All right,
get
Most
that,
High
sir.
in Christ. Come, we should be good to go. All right, Most High in Christ, man. Let's clap it up. Hey, Shalom, how about Shemel, Shabrakatah? To all the brothers in House Shamar, Alathun, Bashemel, shout out to all the sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the leadership of Commanding General YAHANNA. This is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. Okay. Tuesday night Brotherhood class with Captain of 13,000 Nayathaq. He should be in shortly. Until then, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to hold down the helm. Officer 1,000 Thabawan holding down the helm until one of my Adawayim, you know what I'm saying, come in, or Captain Nayathaq comes in. So, you know what I'm saying? We're just going to get right into it. Of course, we got a few zones in the building. We got Fayetteville in the building. Got Jamaica in the building. Got South Carolina in the building. You know what I'm saying? Some other zones should be joining us as well shortly. But until Cap gets in, of course, if you have any questions, you can ask them now. If I have the breakdown for that, then you know what I'm saying, and I'll go ahead and you know what I'm saying, provide that for you. If not, we'll just hold it until Cap comes in. You know what I'm saying, let him give you some clarity on that. So are there any questions in the room or in any of the zones? Of course, if you are tuning in online, shout out to everybody that's watching online. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Let's get them likes up. If you tune in on YouTube, make sure you like, you know what I'm saying, the stream. If you're on Facebook, make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get them likes up. But if you are tuning in online and you have a question, then you can just type your question into the chat. And either myself or one of the other Akim will see it. You know what I'm saying? We'll make sure that it gets addressed in a timely fashion. All right. So are there any questions in the room here in Durham or any of the zones, any questions in the rooms or online at the moment? If not, no sweat. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, Cap should be in shortly. And you know what I'm saying, again, if you have your questions, you can just go ahead and just ask him directly. Or again, if they come up at any point, you can go ahead and ask them. All right. But until then, you know what I'm saying, let's get into a little something. So, you know, as we often do, we like to often start out by talking about, you know what I'm saying, like kind of current events, you know, any like trending topics or major things that's taking place that, you know, brothers might think is pertinent that we can get into and talk about. So has anybody seen anything, or is it something buzzing in the news that, you know, any brothers or, you know, or sisters think is, you know, was pretty interesting that they saw? Go ahead, young man. You got a mic? Hold up, Salakia. Yeah, you can just batteries, you know what I'm saying? Right there, and it should work. Okay. The one. You go ahead and ask your question though, or what you about to say? Salakia, bear with me 1 second. Okay, come on, 1 second. Salakia, one moment. You can go ahead and just say what you were gonna say on the mic.
I was saying, I was in school and one of my teachers, I just started school, and one of my teachers was doing a get to know me kind of activity, and I wrote down on my paper I was an Israelite, and she asked what was that, so I had explained it a little to her. She was like, oh, she wanted me to tell her about it a little bit later. And then she was talking about herself. She was saying that she was going to church and stuff, and how she didn't go to church that Sunday, but somebody else in the class did. And she was like, oh, did you pray for me? Did you pray for me? Because I'm a heathen.
Oh, snap. That's what your teacher said.
Exactly what came out her mouth.
So like I just texted to you. Come on. So first of all, get a brother a hand for doing the project in school and having the mind, you know what I'm saying, and the strength and bravery to just say straight up, you want to get to know me, you need to know that I'm an Israelite. See what I'm saying? So Most High in Christ for that, bro. But you said that the teacher said pray for me because I'm a heathen. And I'm assuming that's it.
Yes, she was black.
Right. Okay. Got you. So like somebody said something? So like I thought I heard somebody say something. That's funny, but I'm glad you said that, because that's actually a very important thing, right? Like what you just described is in part why it's so essential for us to be in these classes in the I.S.U.P.K and the Community Union. Because our people literally don't know who they are. We think we do, but we obviously don't. Because we're running around saying, pray for me because I'm a heathen, because we heard it in some gospel song. You know what I'm saying? Because we heard it, coming up in the Christian church that, I'm just a wretch. I'm a heathen and I'm a this and that. I need someone to pray for me. When they say that, you know who they're thinking about, right? You know who they think about coming to save them? Who they think about coming to save them, because they're a heathen, so they need somebody to come and save them. Go ahead.
Christ. They want Christ.
Salakia.
Oh, Jesus. Salakia. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Captain 13,000 Nayathaq Banyami.
All right. How we doing? Shalom, Yahaba Shurikatham.
Yahaba Shemishkatah, sir.
Yahaba Shemyashai. Yashamata Bashimashai. All right, where we at?
Salakia, so we just got rolling. The brother was, gave basically a comment, in the room, saying he's in school, and basically he was doing a little project in school where the doorbell's ringing, sir. I got it.
Yeah.
Come on,
okay, go ahead.
The young man gonna explain on the mic, sir.
Come on.
Salakia, I was explaining. I just started school, and my teacher was doing a get to know me activity, and I was telling her that I was an Israelite, and she asked what that was, and I explained it to her a little bit, and she wanted to know about it more later. But she got to herself, and she was saying that she was going to church and she was a Christian and stuff. And then around the room, another student had said, oh, she had went to church this Sunday, and she asked, oh, did you pray for me? Did you pray for me because I'm a heathen? And she was a black lady too.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And as the more and more it comes out, the more and more you'll get to see that Christianity done, destroyed our people in not knowing who they are according to the Bible. You know what I mean? The mere fact that she doesn't know that, she, your teacher, she's an Israelite.
No, I was telling her that I was an Israelite.
Okay, your teacher, she white.
Yes, Salakia, she is an Israelite.
Okay.
She's a Judite.
Yeah, she Judite. Right, so you see? Like the white man done did a number on us to the point where we don't even know who we are. And that's why Commander General YAHANNA done set up all these schools all over the United States, you know what I mean, and all over the world to help teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian their true identity according to the King James Version Bible. I mean, 1611, because it's lost. You know what I mean? You keep on rocking that, brother. Keep on doing that. All right. Any questions? I think I see a question in the chat.
Sir. I see from a sister. We also got a question in the room as well.
Come on.
Con. But sister, I was saying at the beginning of the class, I was just saying, whatever topics people thought was interesting or they might want to talk about. But the sister responded and said, she wanted to talk about, I think, the school shooting. And she asked the question of, do you think women should get a concealed carry weapon to protect themselves and children while they're out running errands? And would that be breaking any commandments?
Okay, so the school shootings that's happening right now, right? And that's because of the violent society the oppressor done created. I mean, the white man, he created a society where chaos, I mean, he could live in chaos. We cannot. All right, give me Job 9 and 24. All right, give me Job 9 and 24. All right, we'll deal with that first, and then I'm gonna touch on the concealed carry weapon. All right. And Tabon, I want you to stick behind the computer if you could. Yeah, help in the room there, yeah.
We got brother, but we don't know the officers at the moment, sir.
Okay.
Come.
Let's see.
Salakia, Lord, whenever you're ready for the scripture.
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's the book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
This is what you have to understand. Hold on. This is what you have to understand about the school shooting. All right. The reason why it's happening is because the earth, read on, is what?
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You understand? I don't care how much laws you're going to make pertaining to guns. You understand? The problem is not the gun. The problem is the oppressor who is in charge of the laws pertaining to the gun. That's the problem. The problem is not guns. Guns, you know what I mean? Can a gun get up and walk? Can a gun talk? You know what I mean? Gun is an inanimate object. You understand? That was created by the oppressor for his evil. So now he takes that and do what? He don't just defend the poor and the weak. He goes and do what? He oppressed the poor and the weak with it. You understand? And now the Lord, he have a way of bringing justice. But we don't understand what justice is because of the Christian church. You understand? We do not understand it. And the Lord is trying to do what? He's trying to show us that we are being what? We're being managed by a wicked man. We've been managed by a wicked man, right? How we know that having a gun is not unlawful? How do we know?
Salakia, because people can carry guns. It's not unlawful.
It's not unlawful, right? But I mean, when I say how we know that, I want scriptures.
Oh, scriptures.
Kiara, if I say something, yeah. Oh, you might be doing something else. Come on. And anybody want to take it?
Salakia, sir. Well, I mean, could we go to when Christ told them, if they didn't have a sword, they sell their garment.
Yes, that's it. Go right there. Go right there. You know where it is? Go to Luke 22 and 36. Shibayala, you was going to say that? Who let why by you read for me? Luke 20, what did I say?
Luke 22 and 36. Sir.
22 and 36.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 22 and verse 36.
Mm-hmm.
Then said he unto them, but
Mm-hmm.
now he that have a purse, let him take it.
Mm-hmm.
And likewise is his scrip.
Mm-hmm.
And he that have no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one.
So Christ was trying to tell them what? To go what? Get a what? A weapon. Right? For what? For what?
To defend itself.
That's it. Self-defense. Now you come here to America, you have to obey the laws. If you are able to go get a weapon and it's lawful, get it. Some states require you to take a concealed carry class. All right. I think some states may not. But you make sure that you are doing everything within the law. You understand? And you should be fine. Right? Remember, we ain't what? We ain't Christians. You understand? Christians, what do Christians believe? What do Christians believe?
They believe that Jesus loves everybody.
That too, but there's something that, you know what I mean, a Christian, when it comes to defending himself,
Slug it, sir.
you know what I mean? Come on.
Turn the other cheek. Let Jesus take the wheel.
Yes, turn the other cheek. You understand? What does turn the other cheek mean?
Turn the other. Oh,
come on.
Basically, just it's not meaning what Christians believe. It's actually giving your brother another opportunity to not offend you again.
Yes, right. Christ wasn't telling you to let a man. You just stand up there and let a man do what?
Beat on you.
Yes. Or else, why would he tell you go do what?
Protect yourself. Defend yourself.
Meaning what? We just read it. Why would he tell you what? To go sell your garment if you don't have one and buy one. If he telling you to do what? Then he would tell the brothers and them, just go out. Whatever they do, you just turn the other cheek. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. The Lord will be with you. No, he's not saying that. He's telling them to arm themselves in the process of them. They may have to do what? Defend themselves. You understand? You know what I mean? We're not Christians. Christians will tell you what? You know what I mean? Don't buy a gun. Give your gun up. Oh, hell no. We love guns in here. And every one of them is lawful and right. You understand? And don't, you know what I mean? We don't have to, you know what I mean, parade it all over the internet. You understand? But we do love it and we have it. And we go practice. You understand? And we ready to defend ourselves if maybe. You understand? All right? There's not non-lawful with it. It's just that in the hands of this wicked man, as the Bible says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. You understand? Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, you're going to see more and more school shootings. More. This is not going to be the last school shooting. Right? Look up for me. Tab one, you behind the computer. Look up for me and see how many school shootings they had in the past year so far. Right? Look that up for me. Right? And give me where it says also too, I think it's in Proverbs either 29 and 2. Give me Proverbs 29 and 2. I think that's it.
Come on, sir. As of late August 2025, there have been at least 44 to 90 school shootings in the United States, depending on the definition used.
Hold on. Say that one more time, Tab one.
As of late August 2025, there have been at least 44 to 90 school shootings in the United States, depending on the definition used.
I know. Top one, could you by chance find out of those shooting, how many of those were by the oppressor? Right. And I heard something was said too. I forget where I heard it. I think Top one, you able to go on Facebook? I think Mashak had it up on his page, right? Where a white man, he was making a statement that most of these shootings, these type of shootings, is done by white Caucasian males. Young. Come on.
I pulled it up and it says white individuals, particularly adolescent males from predominantly white suburban backgrounds, have been identified as a disproportionate demographic among perpetrators of school shootings in the United States.
Yeah.
And
how? Come on. Go ahead.
A study from the Rockefeller Institute of Government shows that 54.5% of mass shooting perpetrators are white.
55% of mass shooting
sir,
are white. And what's the other 49? What's the other 49%? They ain't saying. Yeah, I know. More than likely 90% them white. You understand? You don't believe nothing this oppressor saying. Like he ain't want to tell you who's the other 49%.
Well, sir.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you on the one.
Yeah. Why he don't want to say who's the other 49%? Do you remember when last a black man went in there and did a what do you call it, mass shooting at a school? Oh, look up African American. Let's use your term. Let's see what percentage of African Americans are school shooters. Now, if they didn't say 49%,
so like it, sir. It says mass shooters are racially, ethnically diverse, though a majority are white. And it says the white is 54.5%, and then black 21.6%. And then it goes on to say Hispanic 9.2%, Asian 5.5%, and other 5.3%, sir.
5.3. So we get our other to the white man. So he getting up there. You know what I mean? But this, you know what I mean, what you hearing here will never be brought out on the 6 o'clock news. Why? Because they don't want to make you scared of what? Of who? Of your oppressor. Because they want the oppressor reputations to stay like who? Serge Bourget. They want you to always remember when you see them, you see who? In your mind, Christ. That's how it's, you know what I mean, it's, you know what I mean, shared into your what? Into your brain. Right? Give me Proverbs 29:2.
So like, so I think I got the joint from Captain Mashak.
Come on, play. Come on.
How can we stop it? And the only way to stop it is to identify the shooter ahead of time or keep the weapons out of their hands. And so we're going to have a conversation of freedom versus protecting children. I mean, how many school shootings does it take before we're going to have a conversation about keeping firearms out? It's always a young white male, almost always.
Hold on. Who's my DJ? Somebody had to put out on a wheel. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Wheel that back, spin it back. And it's always a white male.
How can we stop? Always a young white male. White male. Young white. Always a young white male. It's always a young white male.
They play on.
Almost always. How can we stop it? And the only way to stop it is to.
You see what's going on, right? Now, this last shooter who went and I think he shoot the church up, unalive 2 kids and injured maybe a dozen more, right? Brother, the day before, he was saying he was going to do it. It's all over the internet. He was saying it. But guess what? Where's your arm? Read what Captain Meshach put there.
Con. You could have stopped it if the federal agents in D.C. were busy profiling the real criminal, the historic criminal.
That's it. Like, what more you want? You understand? As as blacks and Hispanics, you know what I mean? We definitely gonna have to, be more vigilant when we are wrong who? Oppressors.
So like you kept.
Come on.
So like if I may, I remember the other day, General Hyman was talking about the how the law, I guess the FBI get their notices early to help stop things like this. I believe when things like this happen, they ignore those the algorithm that send them those messages. They're only concerned about when they see something like that when it comes to us.
Yes. And that's where it's boiled on too.
Come.
I mean, like we so like focus on on loving them to the point where we blind to the fact that they hate us. You understand? And they don't just hate us because we did them something. They hate us because we black. They hate us because we Hispanic. They hate us because we First Nation people. That's all. Because if it wasn't for that, brother, by now they would see that the rich white men are robbing them and taking them for fools. But their hate is so, so much on focus on us that they don't see it. And black people are so focused on trying to love them. And that's because of what? I'll take Christianity also too. And because of what?
Salakia.
Come on.
We hate ourselves. We don't know who we are.
Yeah, I'll take that too.
They gave us a white Jesus.
I'll take that too. But there's something that when you say it, it's going to be clear why, those seats, they're not filled as yet. What do you think it is? It starts with an F. What's that F word? And it's not a swear. I'm going to give it fear. Just fear. Fear. Because you talk to a brother, and show him the evil that this oppressor been doing to us. You think he's not going to see it? He or she's not going to see it? They are going to see it. They're going to understand it. But it's, if I do accept what you are saying, then I'll have to do what?
You gotta Salakia. You gotta act on it. You gotta
okay.
You held accountable. You held accountable now for what you know.
True. Let's take this for instance. A man is abusing his wife. What that woman have to do? Remember, that woman, every night he come home, he abuse her. So she's in what? Fear. Right? But for her to get over that fear, she's going to have to do what?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
She have to realize that she's being abused.
She's gonna have, but she realized she's being abused. Her lips bloody every night. He come home. He upset, angry.
Salaki, sir.
So hold on. There's too much noise. Who was a?
Salaki, sir.
Is somebody in front of a fan?
How about that one talking? Hello.
Yeah.
Right. She would have to separate from the man.
But something has to go on first before she separates.
She would have to hate her husband.
That's it. She'll have to hate. And with that hate comes what? she now will have to do what? Separate herself. Or else she's just going to continue to be what?
Abused.
Abused. You understand? And that's black people. Black people know that once you tell them who the problem and show them who the problem is, the fear now is doing what? Is hating who is putting the problem on you.
So like, sir.
Come on.
That's heavy because we go out to camp and people say, yeah, what y'all saying is right. That y'all on point. But as soon as you say that we gotta hate the oppressor for what he's been doing. Now wait a minute. Now the Bible says they don't want to get to that point. We can recognize the evil that is done against us from the different acts over time. But to call people to actually bring to thought like you got to hate somebody or hate something that's happening to you, it's like we don't want to touch that as a people.
Yep.
Like it's too much. Because I think the hate, we say hate, the first thing they think about is the hatred that been shown to us.
Yes.
And
they're gonna have to do it, but as I'm saying, because of Christianity, it puts us in that shell. I mean, they think that hating means now, guess what? We ain't gonna get no food, no money. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to suffer. And black people, because of oppression, suffering to them, brother, it's we do not want to go it. A perfect example is Shannon Shah. You hear his story and how he grew up. You think he's going to give up the millions he's making right now? He's not going to, because he endured that type of tribulation, and he does not want to see it again. He does not. So he will do anything for that money. You understand? Anything. And you cannot be like that. No, knowing the truth, you should have some type of what? What you should have. Being a man and a woman in here. You should have what?
Slack, sir.
Come on.
Yes.
Somewhat?
Yes.
Discipline, I'll take that.
Yes.
I'll take discipline. Come on.
Courage.
Hold on.
Courage.
Courage. I'll take that, but there's something else you're gonna have to have in here. Because don't get me wrong.
Salakia, fortitude.
I'll take that too. Don't get me wrong.
Some of your
brothers out there in the streets. 1 minute. Some of your brothers out there in the streets, they do have courage. They do have it.
What you rephrase that? What you say the question was? I didn't get the last.
I say, what are you going to have in here?
Slack if I may.
Come on.
Integrity.
That's it. You're going to have some integrity. Your morals are going to have to be what? High. You understand? It's going to have to be. It's going to have to be. You're going to have integrity, and you're going to have morals. Because without it, guess what's coming? What's coming without it? Kwaiba, give me Proverbs 20:29-2, right? Without integrity, without that high moral, what is going to come?
Salakia, sir. Sin.
Yeah, temptation. That temptation to do what? To sin. You understand? And with that temptation to sin, brother, you know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? I tell, you know what I mean? Most of you all know, you know what I mean? I say this, your reputation is very hard to come by, but it's very easy to lose your reputation. One slip up. That's all it takes. One slip up. I don't mean, you know what I mean, you're kicked out or anything like that, but it's going to put a stain on your reputation. You're going to always, everything you're doing, you're always going to have to question whether or not, you know what I mean, should I do this? Should I take this money to go do this? Should I go say this? You understand? You're going to have to be like, you're going to have to start questioning yourself. You understand? For certain things. And make sure what? Everything you're doing is one West. Everything. All right? Give me Proverbs 29:2. And then I'll move on to another question.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
And that's what you have to understand. The Bible says when what?
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
You'll never read this in the Christian church, though. The Bible says when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Right now, there's mourning on the earth. There's mourning on the earth right now. Do you know that they said that Somalia, right, is being bombed to piss right now by the American government? There's wars all over this earth going on that we don't even, we don't know about. You understand? This earth is in turmoil right now. And that's because what? Again, your oppressors, they're fighting. These heathens are about to fight. You understand? And black men, Hispanics, and First Nation nation people, we shouldn't get in between it. In other words, we shouldn't go try to join any military. You know what I mean? Have some integrity, man. You're going to join the military, what? For money? So you're going to fight the whole same system that oppressing you for money? That don't make sense. It does not. But I understand why you do it. You understand? That's why you should come and join the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge so that you do not even have to sell your blood. You understand? You do not have to do anything that is going to taint your reputation. You understand? Because you have brothers and sisters that's going to stand with you. You understand? All right, read on.
But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
And that's it. When the wicked bear it rule, the earth is in mourning right now, because wicked people are ruling it. There's school shootings going on right now because there are wicked people running the earth. You don't think the oppressor knows that when everything on TV is about guns and all these games about guns, and he don't know he's creating monsters? And then these young oppressors, they don't have, a way to relieve the stress. You understand? They don't. And I blame you, white woman. They don't have a way to relieve the stress. You understand? So all that build up, where's it gonna go? Here comes a young school shooter. Here comes them. And now, what are you gonna do? You gonna join them? No. You gonna feel sorry for them? You should not. You understand? You should not. Just like what's going on right now in the Middle East. You shouldn't be feeling sorry for none of them. We have work to do right here. We have work to do right here. You understand? Trump right now trying to send what? The what do you call him? Is it the National Guard? The National Guard to Chicago. For what? For what? We're sending National Guards to Chicago for. But you will never hear him saying he gonna send the National Guard to some white community.
Sluggy, sir.
Come on.
Sluggy, so I got a quick question on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, more so just kind of just understanding how to deal with something. So, the thing with a lot of stuff that they do, these policies and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, through his policy, you know what I'm saying? He shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. So sometimes these policies actually, there be, brothers and sisters who almost like that idea. You imagine some, 75-year-old grandmother living in, some ghetto in Chicago, and she done lost this many grandbabies, this many sons, this many daughters. She done lost all these, her peoples to gun violence, And now her president says, no, we're going to send the National Guard in there and clean it up. And she's thinking to herself, you know, hey, man, I don't like Trump, but man, it's not, maybe it'll work. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it'll help. Maybe my people won't be getting shot in the streets as much. How do we explain to somebody, you know, from that perspective, like, no, like what he's doing is not a good thing. Like, don't look at it like it's a good thing, even if it may seem on the surface like it's going to fix a problem.
Okay. Now, who created the problem? Let's find that out. Who created the problem? Who created the ghetto? Now, because of today, we able to see what? That America has all the money in the world. They have the money in the world. The question is this. In New York, right? You all remember when they was doing the when there was I think they call it prohibition period.
With
the alcohol.
That was a whole
and
United States.
Yes, and the all these Irish and all these different gangs pop up. Right? How did the American government deal with these white gangs? What did he do with them?
Salaki, sir. They couldn't stop them from moving the product that they was moving, so they gave them different pieces of government to kind of help them survive without using the product, pushing the product that they had.
Joe Penalty, he's on it. Yep. He said it. Young man said it. Right? He gave them jobs, in other words. He gave them jobs. You understand?
Firemen, police.
Yes, you name it. He created jobs for them. The reason why your community is the way it is because he's not creating jobs for you. You understand? What is he doing to your community? Why is your community in state it in? Why? Give me the scripture where it say where they say they don't hold themselves guilty. Why is your community the way it is? The Bundys. How did the Bundys come about with all the land they're on? How come they have all that land? Remember, there's a period in American history where find that for me. The period in which they had in the American city, right? Zion.
Yes,
hold
sir.
the class man for a minute. Where's Faith?
Come on,
I'm coming.
I could stay right here. So what Cat was saying, anybody find that scriptures? I mean, find what Cat was talking about for a description.
Salaki, I think it's in the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. I'm trying to go to it.
Read it. Let me see what you got. They hold themselves not guilty. You got it?
Salaki, 1 second.
What is it? They hunt our steps. And also think about what Cat was saying. Why is our communities in such a destroyed state right now?
Salakia.
Come on with it.
All right, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Right. So hold what you got. So stay right there. So what Cat was saying earlier, like when it comes to the things that the Irish was doing, instead of persecuting them and put them in a deeper state of destruction, they gave them a way out. But guess what? When it comes to us, when it comes to your registration being expired, your insurance being expired, I guess all your taxes that due on your property, all the cocaine that's flooding the community, the opioid, all the destruction that we know are plaguing our community. you know, those things came from the oppressor. Come on, Bunk, y'all.
So like if I may,
Tawada,
Most High in Christ. Clap it up. We got Cap back here.
All right. Most High in Christ. So yes. So that's a good one too. On that one that you said, they hunt our steps. Right? That's in what Lamentation.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Salaki.
And come on.
So I got Zechariah 11:5.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
Very good. And this is what you have to see, Tabawan, that the government doesn't hold themselves guilty. Remember, the Iran Contra what do you call it again?
Iran Contra scandal, COINTELPRO.
Yes, the COINTELPRO.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, on the books, right? On the books, who went to jail for it?
Nobody, sir. It was just documents that were released in 2024.
Mm-hmm. Nobody. Why nobody went to jail for it?
Because they held themselves not guilty for it, sir.
That's it. That is it.
The government held themselves guilty.
But we know that what the CIA was doing, what
they
bringing
did
all the drugs in. What grandma don't know is this. Grandma don't know black people don't own planes, right? Black people don't own the ports that is coming in on. Black people is not of the Coast Guard, in charge of the Coast Guards, right? But the oppressor is. That's why every now and again you will hear what? Some big drug bust. And that's just to show that, you know what, we trying to stop it. You're not trying to stop it with the amount of drugs that coming in here. I don't know if you all remember, recently, look this up, Tabo One. I think in DC, they tried to make a claim that they had a big drug bust. That short little, you mean, that woman, I forget her name. I think it's the attorney. She has to do with the attorney. Huh?
Maxine Waters back in the day?
No, not Maxine Waters back in the day. I'm talking about recently. This white woman. She's short. She used to be on Fox.
Is it Janine Pirro?
I think so. She had a press conference and she had guns on the table, and she was like, "What you call that? She called this," and then went up there and make a speech about. Come on. No, hold on. What we had? Is it Bankel or Kowal? Somebody was going to say something.
Oh, no, I was about to say about the CIA and the add insult to injury. They did find themselves not guilty, and the CIA investigated themselves.
Yeah,
it's like, who does that? Like,
yeah.
if there was any wrongdoing, the CIA who poured the dope in the hood, they investigated themselves. Like, oh, we didn't do anything.
And why are they allowed to investigate themselves?
First, we got weak ass leaders. They'll say nothing about it. But go ahead,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Why are they allowed to investigate themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Besides the obvious, this is their kingdom. I mean, are our leaders are weak? No one even said anything about it.
Okay, you're right with what you're saying. The kingdom is weak, but they already set a precedent or standard. They have a reputation. You understand? So because of their reputation, they do what? They investigate themselves. You think they will let black people investigate the CIA? No. Why? Because they already painted us with a bad reputation.
And to open that up and let it be investigated by a third party would definitely expose all their dirty secrets.
Yes, that's it.
So like if I you know what I think about sometimes, like what you say with our our grandparents, right? The things that they didn't know, and we finding out in 2000. You know, the last couple of years. I'm only with all the technology that we have. I would have to assume there's a lot that's going on that we still don't have access to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll find out 10 years from now.
Yes, you're right.
Come on.
You're right. And it's only because you're in this school. Remember, the Lord, you know, I mean, for you to be in this school, the Lord had to what? Remove what? That veil from your eye. Without the Lord removing that veil from your eye, you'll be just like Granny. You'll be just like your uncle.
Celebrating the 4th of July.
Doing the whole works. I'm telling you, you crazy. You waiting for a nigga to come out of the sky? You crazy. Look, some weed. Smoke this.
So
you understand? Come on.
So, to your point with respect to the origin of just gang and criminality here in America, I found a brief summary of an article, and it's titled "Gangs, Crime, and Race" by Roberto R. Absalom, and this is according to Oxford Research Encyclopedia. And it says, summary: street gangs first emerged on a broad scale in U.S. cities in the late 19th century, in step with industrialization, urbanization, and mass waves of European immigration. Up until the 1960s, the vast majority of gang members in the United States were second and third generation European immigrants. Like their Black and Latino successors, these groups routinely engaged in collective violence, which helped push nationwide levels of homicide to a historic peak toward the end of Prohibition. At the same time, white ethnic gangs were integrated into the urban political machines and organized crime syndicates of that era. Moreover, these groups existed within a burgeoning urban industrial economy in which an abundance of low-skilled manufacturing jobs provided readily available opportunities for gang members to transition out of gang life in late adolescence or early adulthood. New Deal policies institutionalizing protections for unions and workers and expanding home ownership opportunities via federal mortgage underwriting in turn greatly enhanced economic security for widening sectors of the working class.
So in other words, you see, so in other words, America took care of the white people, the Europeans. Took care of the Europeans, cleaned them up, made sure that their crime wasn't to the forefront. You understand? And give them jobs, give them laundromats, give them the police station, give them the fire station, give them jobs inside inside their parliament or the Senate or the government. You understand? While Black people, suffer and starve. You understand? They took care of themselves. And that's what the article or the person is trying to imply. That they took care of them. They saw the situation. They saw that these people, to survive, they had to be criminals. And that's because they were oppressing their own people. And they saw that giving them jobs will relieve that. So why not do that with Black people? Why not set us up? Yeah, enough money to do it. You know how much millions? Somebody tab one, find out how much millions they don't give to Ukraine and Israel. They might be subcounting the amount of money leaving this country right now. Who was holding something for me? I think Tabonia is gonna play something.
Come on, sir.
Go ahead and play it.
So, like I said, you wanted the numbers for Israel and Ukraine first?
Yeah, go ahead if you could.
Come. The United States is the primary provider of money given to Israel, with a long-standing commitment of significant military and missile defense funding, including a $3.8 billion annual commitment through 2028. So they give them basically $4 billion a year, and that's just the base, commitment. They get extra because they're currently, in the war. Cumulatively, Israel has been the largest recipient of U.S. foreign aid since its founding, and receiving about $310 billion adjusted for inflation and total economic aid.
Brother. And what they're not saying is this. Somehow the stock market for them is up. because of this war. And you know why? The Lord say he blessed him with the what?
The sword, sir.
The sword. You understand? That sword. And that sword is making what? Money for them. Money. You can imagine your whole country shut down on lockdown. And your stock market is up. Brother, they're on a different, they're on a different planet, it look like. Right? Now, Tab One, play that for me.
The clip, sir?
Yeah.
Con, sir.
Oh boy, look at
Now it's sold out, right? Fancy duds here. Is this the rifle? Is this the rifle?
Come on, this is it, right? What you looking at?
And that one? Just a rifle? I love the rifles. They don't look like that. Hi, everybody. How are you? Good to have you here today. Good. Anybody have a sense of humor today? All right. You can get closer. I'm not going to bite anybody. 1 year ago today, my office, along with the Washington field office of the FBI, began an investigation stemming from the sale of PCP and
yeah, in this way. But you see where we're going. PCP and what?
I think fentanyl, sir.
Okay.
I got it back, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead. And let's see.
Just gotta add it.
Yeah. This is fentanyl in Knox Place, Anacostia. This investigation is the culmination of what we call a Title III wiretap. Last week, on August 21st, my office indicted 8 individuals for PCP and fentanyl trafficking, as well as conspiracy. The individuals who've been indicted are the following. 2 are from California, 1 is from Baltimore, and 5 of them are from the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Now, this morning,
all right. You can stop it there. I mean, because I don't think she mentioned who they are, but you could clearly see what they're doing. All right, it's to the point where, and that's why we are going to have to do what? We are going to have to do what? We are going to have to be very, very what? What we're going to have to be as a people? We're going to have to be righteous, more righteous than them. So they can't sit down on some press conference and then try to belittle black people. You understand? Like we, you know what I mean? We're the biggest drug dealers on the planet.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Looking at the video, I was just telling Bunk, y'all, it's what would you call it? Sarcasm, open sarcasm in front of your face. Like they praying it in your face, being sarcastic, like, yeah, we've got these guns off the streets, but the real manufacture of the guns and how they're used is to benefit their culture and their industry. General Hyman, Commander General Hunter, was talking about all the I guess the work that the drones take pictures of different regions, and they sell those pictures in those topographical maps to other regimes, so they can go to war with each other, selling each other secrets for his investigative science and how to use it against their enemies, and they sell them to them so they can go to war. And they sell both of them the same guns.
Yep.
But they worried about a double-barrel shotgun.
Yep. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. And that's why we say we have to be more righteous than them. We're going to have to stop selling drugs. We're going to stop being drug dealers. You understand? We're going to have to stop being drug abusers. We got to stop, you know what I mean? Stop doing crime in this place. We're going to have to stop it. Or else they're constantly going to try to do what? Make us look, you know what I mean, as if we are bad. They'll put us as the scapegoat, as Commander YAHANNA said it. We are always the scapegoat. Always use us as the scapegoat. Because you cannot tell me that there's no other nationals in this place that is committing a ton of crimes. They're doing stuff illegally. They are. But the problem is they are allowed to police their own people.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
That was something illegal the other day that that the Haji man did. They were talking about the cat that was driving the truck illegally with the turban on his head. He made an illegal U-turn and killed 3 people. And then they did investigation on it. They had a whole ring of I guess people that were issuing out fake what you call them? CDL licenses.
IDs?
Yes,
oh boy.
Licenses, and they were driving the trucks and stuff illegally, sir.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. They're so focused on doing what? Keeping us oppressed. Because the white man knows that if he allows us space and time, or his clock ticking. His clock is ticking. I wonder if you could find that video of that Israeli woman making a statement of young black men is the problem. Is the major problem. Man, you know what I mean? I'll be, you know what I mean? I'll be very thankful if you could find that out. You know what I mean? No. Okay. With that, any questions? Because I wanted to get into something here before we go. Any other questions?
Salakia, Captain. I do got one question.
Come on. Who's this?
Trooper Yazakar.
Yazakar, come on.
Why isn't the new moon celebrated?
Why isn't the what?
The new moon celebrated.
What scripture are you in?
Salakia.
Is it the one in Isaiah? Go to Isaiah 1. I think it's Isaiah 1.
I got it, sir.
20. Come on.
No, I think I got that video you wanted. Just give me 1 second, sir.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
All right. Give me one. I'll find it for you right now. Yes, sir.
Good to go.
All right. What did I say it was? Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 1 now. Okay. In short, we don't celebrate the new moon. Why? Akim. Why we don't celebrate the new moon? And he said it.
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't worship moons or stars or any celestial bodies.
I'll take that. But give me Isaiah 1, and you could start at maybe 13. Start at 12. Yasaka.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
When ye come to appear before me, who have required this at your hand, to tread my courts.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. Bring no more vain oblations. Incense is an abomination unto me.
Right. So incense. What incense is he talking about? Is he talking about frankincense and myrrh?
The Salakias are I would guess our sacrifices of the animals back in the day.
Right. Oh, okay. What's incense? Look up incense. So he said, bring no more oblations. What are oblations? Vain oblations. What are oblations? Look up oblations. And he said, what? Vain oblations. All right.
Salakia, sir. Oblation, a thing presented or offered to God or a god.
Right. And he said, no more vain oblations. Why? Because, like today, for example, the so-called Catholics, they have something called the Eucharist that they present before what? So-called God. That's a vain oblation. You understand? That whole Thanksgiving, right? That you want to go in church and, you know what I mean, or at home and sit down and pray before, or that Christmas meal, those are vain oblations. You understand? That July 4th is vain oblation. You're talking about, thank you, Lord, we are able to sit down here and eat this great food. That is vain oblations. Right? And he said, what? Incense is what? An abomination unto me. What's incense?
So like out of one.
Mm-hmm.
Could we consider water baptism a vain oblation?
Okay. It's something you bring in before the Lord. So baptism wouldn't be considered like a vain oblation, because you're not bringing the water before him, using the water as a sign of clean. You know what I mean? Cleaning or changing yourself. You understand? So just think any celebration that you're celebrating that's not in Leviticus, what it is it 23? Right? If it's not in Leviticus 23, right, then basically it's what? It's a vain oblation you're doing. Right? Read on.
Salakia, the new moons and Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies.
So hold on. You say incense and abomination unto me, right?
Yes.
Meaning what? What you burning? Come on.
Oh, it's like the seasonings.
Seasoning.
What
you're burning. Incense. This thing.
Right.
Okay. What comes with? Okay. I don't want to give you it. But incense, was it byproduct?
Smoke
of incense. Yes. So you smoking in marijuana is you what? You know what I mean? I burn. How you say? I burn the chalice day and night.
Right.
You understand? That's what the Lord don't smell like incense are. Right? Read on.
The new moons and
the what?
The new moons and Sabbaths, the calling of assemblies, I cannot away with.
He say he cannot what? Away with, meaning he not dealing with that. Why? Because you are looking at the new moons and you what? Starting to create your own what?
Religion.
What you creating? Your own
holiday.
Yes.
Your own Sabbath.
Yes. So now with creating your own Sabbaths comes what? Creating your own what? As you said, your religion.
Come.
Right? Read on.
I cannot away with. It is iniquity.
It's a what?
It is iniquity.
It's a sin. Read on.
Even the solemn meeting.
Even the 14,
what? Even the solemn meeting.
Meaning you gathering here as a people to celebrate Christmas is what? Iniquity. You understand? You here gathering to celebrate the new moon, it's what? Iniquity. Why are you serving an inanimate object? Give me that in the Apocrypha. Like you serve the what? The creature, I forget how it goes. More than the creator. Read 14.
Verse 14. Your new moons and
Your what?
your new moons and your appointed feasts, my soul hateth.
The Lord hates it. Your new moons and your appointed feasts. Because the Lord already had us do what? Remember in Leviticus, he told us what? Sometimes you'll hear what? 14 days after this. 50 days after this. You understand? He's telling you when to do it. You understand? But now you going outside of that. And now you creating your what? Your new moons and your appointed feast days.
So like
But
I
the
said,
Lord
if I may,
says he hates it. Come on.
so like I said, if I'm Officer Shaw, and the white man is such a devil. I remember back in days, you know, when we was in school and all that, they used to bring a little tent inside the gymnasium, and that had the students and all that stuff sitting inside this little, you know, this little black little tent or whatnot, and they'll just put the moon and the stars up. And now for me thinking of it right now, what it made us do was it made us open our brains to think what is out here more, you know what I'm saying, rather than just focus on what we got here, but whoa, what is really out here? What's truly out here? Trying to open us up into all the horoscopes now that they push on us, the big dippers and all that other stuff. And it's correlating with the scripture as well, if I could, sir. So like about that.
That's right. Correct. Read on. Hey, Zion, let's hold it for one more minute for me.
Yes, sir. Come on. All right. So what we had again? Talking about the new moons, right?
Con.
And so just like Kat said, you know, you talk about all the other things that come along with observing these new moons. Before long, you'll get over to fearing the new moons. You'll start finding yourself attached to things that are not in Leviticus 23. Yeah, you'll be talking about with Mercury in retrograde and start getting into the whole solar system and what you call them things again? I forgot. I can't even astrology and what the asparagus, what's they call them things of the zodiac signs and all this has nothing to do with the Lord.
It's like right.
Okay, y'all don't want to start laughing, huh? You had something you want to say on that, soldier? You TWAP?
TWAP,
sir.
Okay, most times right.
So like I said, if I could.
Come on with it, top one.
Come on. This what you're saying is heavy too, because let's be real. Most of the people that talk about new moons, you know what I'm saying, are figs anyway, fake Israelite groups. And 9 times out of 10, they use that to try to create like a literally, like you said, like a new Sabbath. You know what I'm saying?
But you know another thing that those bastards do when they get into things like this, top one, it's still a way of separating themselves from us being the truth, if that makes sense to you. Like a Christian group or these other, I don't even like to call them whatever the word you just used, right? They would not exist if they would just come into the truth and actually learn real preaching prophets to the Lord. They are only created in opposition of what the truth is.
Salaki, I'm back. You're correct.
Salaki,
I mean, Tawada. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so we were just talking about when these things are talked about in the earth, they're only in opposition to what the truth really is. We talk about the other, these other camps and such. They only, they don't want to humble themselves and learn the truth from the I.S.U.P.K. So they look for things to point out in the Bible to say, okay, why aren't we, what is this? The UPK has to be wrong when the truth is right in front of you.
Salakia, sir.
Come on, sis.
I'm not sure if you've ever seen What's Love Got to Do with It. I don't know if you know what that is, but in that movie, what's her name? Tina Turner. She lights an incense and starts praying in tongues. And I thought that was so interesting the very first time I saw it, because the child, I thought that was just another way you could pray. And so that's why it's just really important that we have the truth, because I'd still be sitting here thinking that's another way that I can speak to the Lord when really it's a sin. And I think it's just interesting that it's proliferated in that way in cinema.
Yes, it's done on purpose. Everything, you know what I mean, that's against this Bible is done on purpose to keep you further away from the Bible. And to use it with the stars, you know what I mean, who we call the stars. You understand? They use them to do that to us. And that's why, you know what I mean, Lord will, you know what I mean, those stars gonna come in here and they're gonna have to do what? They gotta get dirty. You understand? They gotta sweep. You know what I mean? Clean the toilets. Not to say toilets and make it seem like it's a bad job, but to them it was. To them, they had people to do what? To clean their facilities.
To do it for them. Come.
Yes. Now they're going to do it for us. You understand? They're going to do it for us.
It's
because
a lot.
They don't lead black people astray. Come on.
So like that was heavy what the sister was saying, because at that time when you put Tina Turner, one of the most prolific female artists in the game, you see that the abuse that she was suffering, her escape out of it was to idol worship. You know, and a lot of sisters probably figure out, okay, what is Namarenge Gold? You know, so how do I get that? So now they tasting it, Cap.
Oh man. Right. Yasaka, you good with that? Right. So you know what I mean, like the Lord, He already gave us high holy days, and we follow everything in this Bible. We don't go and create our own high holy days. We don't go and see, it says worship the new moon. So now you go do it. Doesn't say that. You see in it, like it says go worship, but it doesn't mean go worship the new moon. It does not. You just want to create something different. You understand? And that's, you know what I mean, like every so-called Christian Israelite group that done break away from the I.S.U.P.K, they now try to do what? Create something new. You understand? Create something new. When ain't nothing new to create. You know what I mean? Just come in here and learn what, you know, I mean, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge on the Commander General and his teacher. Ain't nothing new to learn. And you see, I think Commander General YAHANNA, the generals, broke it down last night with this simpleton. These men don't learn. You gonna create a figurine out to yourself? Like, you a dummy. The Lord will come and see you for that. You know what I mean? But any other questions? Any other? If not, come on. Tab one, you had the video for me, or you don't have it?
Come on, sir, I got it.
Come on.
Just 1 second, sir.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
So like, just gotta add it.
Mm-hmm.
Is with the young generation of the.
Like, I gotta rewind it.
Watch this. Watch this. Problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black Lives Matter starts there. Watch this. Problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black Lives Matter starts there.
Right. So what is she saying there? I wasn't hearing her clearly.
She said problem with the her exact words were the major problem with Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
Yep. That's the problem with Israel. The young what? Black
So like
community.
Come
on.
The young generation of the black community.
Yeah. She's specific on that. You understand? Now you see why it's done the way it's done. right? Like you thinking, okay, like drugs being the own economy in the black community. Like, I mean, the way for a black man to get rich, or you go sing, or you go play sport, is the only way for you to get rich. You know why? Because it's the system that they done created around you. They done funnel you into that. So now you go be a singer. Guess what you have to do? What you have to do when you be a singer or rapper? What you have to do? Or entertainer?
Salakia.
Come on.
You gotta sell your soul.
By doing what?
Unlawful
break it down
things.
for me. Break it down for me.
Unlawful things.
Salakia.
Getting pegged.
Yeah, that's all about Salakia. I think it starts with having sex.
Yeah, getting a pegging kit.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. You're correct. All that does go on in the community. Because what's his name? Young Thug. He came out and said, he was like, oh, since we ain't out everything, I'ma just say it. All of us gain D. Pause. Not me. That's Young Thug's words. You understand? Right? But it starts with what? Okay. In other words, come on.
Completely forgetting about and turning your back for your people.
Yes, but you all had to give me. Okay, remember what you are saying. He could always say what? He can say what? I didn't stop you from. I didn't make you do that. I didn't. But what we know, we could go back on to show that he did, in fact, try to not have you. I don't want to give you it. You're an entertainer. You're being paid by them. What would you have to do?
Salaki, if you was a man, you'll have to wear a dress.
Salaki, if I may.
Come on.
You have to do what they say when they say do it for that contract.
Why? That's it. That's what I want to hear, Shah. That contract. That's what it gets you. You go sign that contract. You reading everything? You have lawyers that are going to pay. I mean, you're going to pay to read it for you. And you just going to sign it there. Yeah, that's okay. Why do you think your basketball players don't speak out? Why do you think they don't speak out? Because they're in fear of that what? That contract.
Salakia.
Come on.
That's what I was going to say. They're going to take their money.
Yeah.
They're going to find them.
That's exactly what they're going to do. All right. I don't know where I get the back noise from. I'm just going to. All right. Now, that's exactly what they're going to do. You're going to play basketball. I'm back in. Salaki, you're going to play basketball, you have to what? Sign a contract. You understand? Get you on it every time. We have to have our own. Because when we sign that contract, when we sign whatever contract they give us, now we forget about where we come from. People. Why? Because they're paying you money. What Jay-Z? You think Jay-Z don't know what the problem is? Remember when Colin Kaepernick was taking a knee? Jay-Z came behind and said, what? Time for taking a knee is over. Why did he say that? Why? Because of money. His wife, Beyonce, brother, she rich. She got money. But she's doing an advertisement for Levi or one of them jeans. And she's taking that pants off and she's sitting in the laundromat with her panties on her. Why is she doing that? Why are you degrading yourself like that? Young black sisters looking up to you. Why are you doing that? Because you don't go sign what? A contract. Now they own you. Or I get an extra 5,000, extra 100,000 for show my panties. Yeah, ain't no problem.
If I may, sir.
Come on.
A lot of those contracts with these young rappers, they end up signing those contracts or whatnot when they come in fresh out of jail, thinking they're going to get a little advance or some money, not knowing that everything that the label is spending on them, like hotels, hotel for your brother, or studio session, all that stuff you got to pay back. So in time, they really create you as a slave to this this label deal, this contract, because you're really in debt now. And people be trying to buy themselves out of it when like 5 or 6 years later go by and they starting to realize what kind of contract it is and realize the white man's the devil. They try to realize how they can buy themselves out of these contract deals. So like it, sir.
Yeah,
that was all, sir.
You're right. They try to do it, and you don't ever do it. Ever get to do it. What's his name? Michael Jackson, I believe, did it. But guess what? Guess who have his stuff now? The Beatles? No, he bought the Beatles. Right? Who have Michael Jackson stuff now? Oh, he dead. I forgot. What about Prince?
Salakia, sir.
Come on. Come on.
His white son. I mean, his Edomite son.
You understand? Like, come on. Like we had to be, you know what I mean, we had to do much better than that. That's why the Bible tells us to what? Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired.
Oh God.
We're gonna have to separate from the oppressor. Separate from him, meaning now we're gonna have to think what? How are we gonna have to think? We're gonna have to think like a people who what?
So like I said, that are righteous.
Like righteous, but
with morals.
And yes, with morals, integrity. We're gonna have to go do whatever we had to do for him and just come back home. You understand? We're gonna have to put down that pipe, that crack pipe. We're gonna have to stop selling drugs. We're gonna have to stop, do it, and then come together as a nation. You understand? Create our own basketball league, own football league, our own everything, our own schools. You understand? We gotta create these things for ourselves, our own. Why? Because your Hakeem Jeffries and your Cory Booker, they're getting paid from AIPAC. So their mind is not on you and me. Their mind is on Israel. I have to see what Israel wants. I have to see what Israel needs. Right?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
If I may, I just want to add on to that. You know, when they sign those contracts and stuff like that, and they get that kind of money, they're not allowed to help their people. You know, if you considering helping your people, you get blackballed, you get blacklisted, you know, and then they end up coming after you and taking that money back.
Yeah. Hello?
So Salakia, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, so you're not allowed to when you get money like that.
Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, hello?
You can hear me in Durham.
Okay, good. Go ahead,
Salakia. So I was saying, when these entertainers, when they sign these contracts like that, and they get that big money, they're not allowed to help their people. They're not allowed to spend that money back. You know, trying to help anybody out. You know, if you do, they go after you and they try to get that money back from you.
Yeah, you're correct. You are correct. All right. What we want to know? I think our brother had a question.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
The video that you played, was it a oppressor daughter that was speaking?
Yes, that was a so-called Israeli woman that was speaking. Top one, you could put the video in the chat for brothers and sisters if they want to hold on to it. All right. And I think I saw a question. All right. Young man asks, please, a breakdown of 1 Corinthians 7 and what is meant by were unclean. Okay, let's go to it. 1 Corinthians 7 and what? And 14, right? Kwaiba, you could get that from it. 1 Corinthians 7 and 14. All right. And you could start maybe at you can start at 11.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
But and if she depart, let her remain unmarried,
mm-hmm.
or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife.
Right? And so remember, Christ came and said what? Christ came and increased the law and said what? You could only leave your woman only for what?
Salakia or adultery.
Adultery, right? Fornication, adultery, right? You could only leave your woman for adultery, or I should say fornication, which is what? Unlawful sex, right? Adultery is one form of unlawful sex. You understand? Then you have what? That bestiality. You know what I mean? That's unlawful sex. That same sex, that's unlawful sex. That's fornication. You understand? And Christ came and increase it. That's the only time you're allowed to just, you know what I mean, pack your bags and walk. Right? And don't look back. Read on. But he's saying, if your woman depart, right? Meaning she's like, you know what, I had enough. I just want, you know what I mean, a minute, you know what I mean, to myself, whatever. And you'll decide to what? Live separate. You can't put her away. She can't put you away. You understand? I would advise you to get counsel before you do that. But you cannot put that woman away. You understand? Right? And that woman can't now go and say, well, guess what? All right, I'm free. No, you're not free. You understand? You say what? Let not the husband put her away. Right? Or be reconciled to what? Her husband. Right? But read on. Read verse 12.
Verse 12. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother...
Meaning what? This ain't the Lord here, but I'm telling you, giving you some good, righteous what? Advice. Read on.
If any brother have a wife that believeth not...
So the wife above is the wife that what? The wife and the man above, they what? Above in the verse we just read.
They what? They married. They married. But they separated, right?
But they meaning this. They believe in the Bible.
Okay.
They believe that sex is marriage.
Okay.
They're in the truth. But he's saying what? But to the rest, I speak. Right?
Okay.
Read on from if any brother.
If any brother have a wife that believeth not.
Meaning this woman is not what? She's not in truth. She don't believe sex is marriage. Why? Because she have a escape plan. Escape route. Just in case you lose your job and get broke. Understand? Just in case you do decide to go do what? Get another woman. Just in case. Right? Read on.
And she be pleased to dwell with him.
Right. Now, she's pleased to dwell with you. Meaning you all, yeah, I mean, you'll have any little arguments, but yeah, I mean, for the majority of it, yeah, I mean, you're cool. You're able to live with each other. Read on.
Let him not put her away.
Then you had to put a woman away. She want to be part of the school, but you know what I mean, she behaving, she acting right. Right? Yeah, you'll gain some arguments, but that's normal with a marriage. Right? Read on.
Verse 13. And the woman which have a husband that believeth not.
Now, this is a woman who in the truth, but guess what? Your man out there. He like to smoke. Yeah, I mean, eat a couple shrimps. You know what I mean? Get some crab hands, some, you know what I mean, pig foot. You know what I mean? He do anything. And he will. You in the truth now as a woman. All right? Read on.
And if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him.
Meaning he coming home, you know what I mean, chilling, going to work, you know what I mean, doing things that, you know what I mean, a man will do for his woman. And you're pleased to dwell with him, then you can't leave him. Read on. I mean, and that's, you know what I mean, your sisters better understand that you come into this school here, you have, you know what I mean, you leave and go get a man in the world, you better stay with that man in the world and don't leave him. You understand? Likewise, brothers who come in here, you could go get a sister in the world, you better stick with that sister. And don't try to be looking for no escape route. Salakia, sir, she not, you know what I mean, she eating pork, and I'm trying to tell her don't eat pork. Okay. Was she eating pork before you met her? Can't. What do you want me to do? If she want to stop eating pork, she ain't committing what?
Adultery.
Yeah. You understand? Likewise, the brother might come in, he might have a little smoky breath. Sister and all too, she might have a little smoky breath, but that's what you marry. You understand? That's why we teach. Marriage is very what? Important in here. It's very serious in here. Now, because a man could have more than one woman, mean now you could go, you know what I mean, spread your seed. How you feel like spreading your seed. You understand? Can't do it. And you sisters, boy, double, I won't say double hard, but just think you can only have one man for the rest of your life. One man for the rest of your life. That's it. You understand? Now, think and choose wisely. You understand? Now, read on.
Verse 14. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife.
What, for the what?
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife.
Because who knows? Guess what? What does it mean the unbelieving husband is what is sanctified means?
Salakia.
Come on.
Does it mean saved?
Nah, I'll take that, but let's look it up. What does sanctified mean? For the unbelieving, this brother not in the truth, but the wife is.
If I could, sir.
Come on.
So like, sir, you know, we got a lot of situations like this in the school. A sister is in the school and the brother may not be, but they living in the same household, and he's able to see her growth with her coming to the school and, you know what I'm saying, changing up her health plan or doing certain things towards him as well. And he's starting to learn slowly but surely.
Slugging.
I'll take that. Come on.
What does it mean to cleanse?
Right? Yes. Cleanse.
Yeah.
Right? Which will lead to what? You saving your husband. Right? Meaning it might depend on how you treat that brother. Might depend on how you treat him. You understand? And how you live, how you take on. You learn what you learn in here, and you go what? Practice it at what? At home. You understand? And you might save him. You understand? Might clean him. And be like, you know what? I see what you're doing, sis. See. I mean, most of these sisters, they look for, some excuse to leave a man, but not a woman in the truth. You're not looking for an excuse to leave your man. You're looking for a way to help your man. You understand? To help him. You don't go choose who you go choose. No, get down and get dirty. Get, you know what I mean? Get him, try and get him in here. Because you don't, you know what I mean? You don't have sex with him. Something you saw that you like. Now, I advise you not to do it. I advise you to bring him in here first so you can see what he's made of. You can't. Some of us can't. You understand? Read on.
And if the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband, else were your children unclean, but now are they holy.
Right, meaning what? Meaning the children.
Salaki, the children will be saved too?
Yes, because now, guess what? You come into the school, you're gonna be like, baby,
No
you can't poke.
No more Christmas.
Yeah, no more Christmas. You understand? So now, guess what? You start putting food in the fridge that is lawful. You start small. You understand? Kids, no more birthdays. That's done. Done with. You start making these changes. You understand? And guess what? The children could be saved also too. Could now come in and be clean. And now see how daddy moving, see how mommy moving, and want to be part of that. Come on.
So, like, sir, I was gonna say they can be separate.
Yes. Right? Correct. Now read on.
Verse 15. But if the unbelieving depart.
Now, if the unbelieving depart, meaning he has to have the poor crowd, you pissing him off. He wants that, you know what I mean? She wants that food. You know what I mean? She wants that, you know what I mean? That cockroach of the ocean. He wants it. You know what I mean? He's tired of you coming in and, you know what I mean? And saying, oh, we can't eat this. We got to eat this. You're tired of it. You know what I mean? You're killing the high. You're too sober. You're trying to pass it blunt, but you're like, my Lord, I don't do that no more. And you should try and stop, my Lord. You understand? You being the man, hey, babes, I don't do that no more. You should try and stop too. The Lord giving you some time. They're tired of being around a person who don't want to indulge in their sin. And they say, you know what? I'm leaving. An unbeliever, you know what I mean? Depart. Read on.
Let him depart.
Let him go. Read on.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases.
And that's it. A brother or sister is not under bondage in such cases. Let them go. You don't try to beg them to stay in some relationship with you. Why? Read on.
But God have called us to peace.
That's it. You're going to now try to force somebody to stay in some relationship with you. You're going to be in arguments day and night. Nah. As a man, that is weak. You understand? You know what I mean? Oh, to say that she's for the streets. Let her go. You understand? You're a woman and you trying to hold on. This man saying, "No, I'm done. I'm out. He's trying to hold on to him for what? For what he done? Right? All right, we good on that, right? I think he wanted the part where it says, else will your children unclean, right? Because why? Because the kids going to be in that relationship before you come in, doing what? All manner, eating all manner of, you know what, unclean stuff. I'm using that as an example. But now, because one of the parents, mom or dad, in the school, now they have a chance of being what? Holy. You understand?
Ooh.
All right. All right. Any more questions?
Come on, sir.
I think my sister had a question here, right?
I wasn't sure if you
All right.
addressed it.
All right. So if your husband died, right, you can't marry in that case. All right. You can't remarry. All right. That's why them Christians be saying what till death do you apart. All right. But once your husband or your wife die, you know what I mean, or more so a woman husband, because a man can marry whichever woman he wants. It's a woman. Only way a woman can remarry is if that what husband die. All right.
Okay.
Or if that husband, that non-believing husband, does what? Leave. Okay. Any more questions?
Slugs, did you see the sister's question on Revelation 22 and 11?
Come on.
Slug, the sister said can she get a breakdown? Can she get a general breakdown on Revelation chapter 22 and verse 11?
Mm-hmm.
Salak, one of the troopers got it.
Yeah. Why about? So it's young man G there?
My G.
Uh-huh.
John.
You can let him read.
Salakia, what's the verse?
Revelation chapter 22 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
We also got Trooper Yazakar in the building as well.
Yeah. I mean, you could pass it around. Come on.
Anybody got it? Yeah, Yazakar got it, sir.
Go ahead, Yazakar.
Salakia. Book of Revelations, chapter 22 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still.
Mm-hmm.
And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
Read on.
Verse 12. And behold, I came quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be.
Right. Okay. So now we know what in red is what is Christ, right? He's speaking right now. And he's saying what? Read verse, skip up to verse 7.
Verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I come quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book.
So he's saying what? Bless. I would come what?
Blessed
I come.
is he that keepeth quickly.
I come quickly. Meaning these Christians thinking they have all day and night forever. When we in this school here, we live like Christ coming when? Next minute. Next second. You understand? That's how he had to live. Because he's saying what? I come quickly. Right? Read on. Go to verse 8.
Book of Revelations 22 and verse 8. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel, which shewed me these things.
We showed him what? These things. Meaning the things to come to what? To pass. The prophecies in this book. John saw it. Right? And he fell down to his knees. Read on.
Verse 9. Then said he unto me, see thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren, the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book, worship God.
You understand? He's telling you what? He's saying what? I am that fellow servant that do what? That keepeth all these things in this book, like the prophets and my brethrens. You understand? And with this, you know that what? He's talking about what? He's talking about brothers and sisters who do what? We're keeping the things in this book. We're keeping the Lord's statutes and commandments in this book. We're reading about these prophecies and praying day and night for it to come to pass. You understand? Read on.
Verse 10. And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book. For
Say, don't seal. Don't seal it. Right? Read on. For what?
For the time is at hand.
So the time is at hand. For who? Read on.
Verse 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still.
Right. So that time you're talking about at hand is for what? The person who is what? Unjust, and who what remains what? Unjust. Read on.
And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still.
And he's saying, let him what? Be filthy what?
Still.
Right? Read on.
And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still.
Still. And this here is also to show you that what? Christ what? Remember what he said? Let he that have an ear, let them what?
Listen.
Let them hear.
Let them hear.
Remember, Christ spoke in what?
Parables.
In parables. Why? Because he didn't want everybody to be what?
Understand. I'll get forgiven.
Well, meaning to be what? You right to be saved.
Go on, God.
You understand? He's telling you what? You're unjust? Okay. Let him, the unjust, be still. You're filthy? Let him be still. Read on.
Let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
Let him be what?
Holy still.
Right. Read on.
Verse 12. And behold, I came quickly, and my reward is with me.
And my what? My reward. What's his reward? To everybody is what? We call it the what? We call it the what? The kingdom of what?
The kingdom of heaven.
The kingdom of heaven. Right? That's a reward. Everybody that listen. But then there's another reward also too. What's that reward? That's when what? Remember, what did the disciples ask Christ? What am I doing all this work for? And what did Christ tell them? Get that quick for me. You know what, Mom? Give me, I believe it's hold on. Wait, where the disciple asks him, and Christ, I think Christ answered and say in the regeneration. In the regeneration. Look for regeneration. Matthew 19 and 28. Read that for me. Let me see if that's it. Matthew 19 and verse 28.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 19 and verse 28.
Hold on. Let me get with you. Right? Read verse 27.
Verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Jesus said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
All right. And then you go to second Ezra's 2 and 43. So second Ezra's 1 and 43. We could pull that faster, man. Second Ezra's 1, and what did I say? 43. Check 2. Second Ezra's 2 and 43.
It's the book of Second Esdras, chapter 2 and verse 43. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon
this is Christ.
every one, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly.
You understand? That's Christ. And there's some men he's gonna do what? Put what? Crowns on their head. Everybody is going to be rewarded for the work that they do. Everybody. You understand? Everybody gonna be rewarded. You understand? Remember what Christ say in Matthew 5 and 19. Read Matthew 5 and 19. Let's see if you remember what Christ said.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 19. Whosoever, therefore, shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
That's a reward. That's a reward for an unjust and a filthy man. You understand? Going to be a preacher, no sweat. You stay a preacher until Christ returns and see what's going to happen. You understand? You want to be in that Christian church, you stay in there and wait until you see when Christ returns what's going to happen to you. You want to be in a mosque when Christ returns, watch and see what's going to happen to you when Christ returns. You understand? Christ would rather hear what? Just like the most, I'd rather hear what? Rather a change. But some of us, you know what I mean, read Mark, I think it's Mark 13 and 7. Either Mark 13 and 7 or Matthew. Hold on. Let me get it fair. 13. What did I say? 7. Hold on. Matthew 13 and 11. Matthew 13 and 10. And then we'll end it there. Any more questions? We're going to save it until next week.
Hey, Salaki, I did have a question.
Come on.
Okay, so the previous scriptures we was reading when he was talking about the filthy, let them be filthy still. And the just, let them be just still. Okay, that's not saying that we don't have work to do to try to wake these people up.
No.
And that's not also that, but that is saying you are what you do. Meaning
your
work. When he says based on your work, what we could change, meaning there's hope for a person to actually stop being a sinner, stop being a drug addict, and actually practicing the righteous acts. And now that's what they are, not what they believe, not what they think, but actually what they do.
Yes, that's why we always you know what I mean, you always hear General saying, what you're doing now. Don't tell me what you do 2 months ago. What you're doing right now. You understand? Because that's how it's going to be. You think, you know what I mean, you have what? Righteousness on a layaway? No. You got to be righteous what? Every day. When Christ returns, if you're unjust, you're going to get the reward of an unjust man. If you're filthy, you're going to get the reward of a filthy man. Now, if you're righteous, you're going to get the reward of a righteous man. Right? And when I say man, I mean what? Woman also too. All right? Come on, so read Matthew 13, start at 10.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
And it says,
verse 11.
Disciples. So the disciples was wondering, yo, I thought we're trying to do what? But disciples thought.
Shalom, sir.
Iraq, what? Come on.
So the disciples thought, I thought we was trying to save all Israel. We was trying to save not everybody, like all races, but all Israel.
Yeah. Read on.
Verse 11. He answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
It is what?
It is not given.
Read on.
Verse 12. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath.
Right.
Verse 13.
See, Lord, Christ is breaking it down for the disciples and them. He's telling them, if you are given what? Abundance, right? But whatsoever had to him shall be given. Meaning you in this, and he's telling them, you with me, you gonna get. But these others who not with me, they're what? It's gonna be taken away from them. And what happened to your leaders back then? Especially your high priest. What happened to the high priest and them? It was what? It was taken away from them.
Taken away, sir.
Read on.
Verse 13. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand.
Right? Neither do they what?
Neither do they understand.
Neither do they understand. You read down, you see Christ is basically explaining to them. I mean, not everybody gonna make it in the kingdom that first time. You understand? But we all going to make it in nonetheless, though. That's why he said what? He said what? You teach men to go against this word, you're going to be the least in the kingdom. You understand? All right.
So, like, sir, I have a question.
Come on.
Okay, so is that why, like, I know, like, when you young in the truth, you come in the truth and you telling everybody about the truth, you pleading with your family, your close friends in the world or whatever, and you get heartbroken when they don't come in the truth. You telling them, you showing them the scriptures, you showing them Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68, and they like, just oblivious. They like dumbfounded. And so when I see like men who's been in truth for a minute, they're kind of more, the Lord will wake them up, when he sees fit for them to be awakened. They're not as like I don't want to say hungry. I don't want to put a word on it, but I just remember being, I would me personally, I would just feel like, damn, like I brought the brother to class. I'm like, he came in, but he don't get it. He's still out here in the world. He you know what I'm saying? But I see seasoned men kind of following along with this scripture as far as they have an understanding that the Lord is going to bring through these doors and sit them in these seats who he see fit. Not saying we don't have work to do, but just, it's just that divide or that difference that I see that young guys, or not even just sisters too. We all probably talk to our family all the time, trying to wake them up, trying to bring them into the truth. And we're like, it's right here, plain as day. Why do you not see it? And yet they're just like oblivious, So I just see like the seasoned men in the school where they just a little more patient, a little more tactful. Like even when we at camp, you kind of recognize what their objective is at camp versus what they're asking. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm just saying, I just noticed that with the seasoned men in the school, such as yourself, sir.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the Lord is the one who gives it. The Lord, he's the one that take it. You could, but what we have to do, we just have to go there and do what? Fish. And the Lord will, whoever has to buy that bait, he will let them buy that bait and come all the way in. We just have to be what? We have to be ready to receive them. You understand? So whatever you're doing, you got to, that it. It's not taught in here. You better clean that joint up. Clean it all the way up. You understand? You have a responsibility. And black people, the church don't fail them. And because the church don't fail them when they come in to see me and you, they're going to be doing what? They're going to be observing, looking. You understand? You got to be clean. You understand? Clean. All right? And with that, who I pass the class over to?
Sluggers, you pass it to me, sir.
See you. So, Iraq, I will talk to you, right? With that, hold on. Iraq. Give me 1 minute. Iraq, give me a call quick.
Come on, sir.
All right. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Tab1. You can start reading the announcement.
Come on. Right. So let me just turn the camera. Salakia. Salakia, so you want I'll do announcements for Salakia. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. Salakia. I just had it. Here we go. Salakia, new rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the treasury department or a teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocation will be Salakia, the memorial blowing of the trumpets, That's the first day of the 7th month. That lands on Sunday, September 21st. Okay, you can find us in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. Salakia. Come. Remind Akim and Akwathan to check on social media. So that's ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK
Number one.
materials.
Salaki. Tell Iraq to give me a call, please.
Come on, sir. That's like I don't want. You heard Cap. Yeah, he calling you right now. I don't want. Salakia. Remind Akim and Akwathan to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, men of Israel, I mod you, which means to stand. Lock you. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, I mod you Shabbat. I mod you. Barak. Yahweh Yadi Matah, Saw, turn to face the sisters. Sisters, I mod you, which means
Salakia, Tabawan.
I thought you were still
we have one more thing to do.
Khan on one Khan, Salakia. Salakia, I mod you.
I was looking for sister Pat on the online.
Khan on
Where's
Khan.
Sister
She's
Pat?
right here, sir. She right here.
Right there?
Sir. Khan, if you put our joint up there, she's right here, sir.
All right. Sister Pat. Now, you ready for this? Come step forward, sis.
Most high in Christ.
You know what I mean? Today, you know what I mean? You're going to get, you know what I mean, your name. All right?
Come on, get shot. Everybody can be shot.
You know what I mean? This sister, you know what I mean? Because of your, you know what I mean, your hard work and, you know what I mean, diligent work on coming in here, you know what I mean, with Sister Sapa, I know Sister Sapa, pronounce her name for me, Salaki. Sapaya, Salaki, your sister. Forgive me, please. I'm gonna get it one day. I'm gonna get it. Sapa. Say it one more time for me. Sapaya. Sapaya. Good. Right? Sapaya, you know what I mean, spoke highly of you. You know what I mean? And your work that you know what I mean, you did for these brothers coming in also too. You know what I mean? And how it, you know what I mean, what it looked like is what your name is going to be. You know what I mean? And what's her name?
Like, so her name is Nashama.
Nashama, which means what? Her
Nashama. Go ahead, so it's like it, sir.
Right, which means her purpose.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And you show that the purpose is to come in here and to serve the Lord. You understand? And by that serving the men of the Lord. You understand? You showed that, sis. And congratulations on getting a name. Not Nashama. All right, get that, sister. Excellent job. Great work, sis. All right. You all ready prayers?
Come on, sir.
All right. And just to make me sure you found your purpose, sis, in here. You found it in the truth. And this is it. You know what I mean? That oil get poured in your head. You pour the oil already, Table 1?
Come on, sir. Come on.
Most High in Christ. That oil poured on your head, sis. That means something. You cannot turn your back on the Lord. Meaning you cannot turn your back on your brothers and sisters. You understand? That's how serious it is. All right? And you all know, you already prayers, right?
Come on, sir.
Okay. So go ahead.
All right, just up here, okay? When we you have your name, right? So you're gonna repeat it 3 times when we point to you. All right, everybody ready? Yabarak Yahweh, Y.S.U.P.K, Yahweh, Pun Yahweh, Al-Yaka, Y.A.K, Yasa Yahweh, Pun Yahweh, Awyaka, Wayasumlaka, Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak, Rapah, Magun, Hagun, Nashama, 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 Bahashem Yahweh Shah, the water, Aman. In the English, we said Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless, heal, shield, and protect. Nashama. Kum Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kum Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.
Kum Yashala.
Kum
Come here,
Yashala.
Charlotte.
Most High pray.
All right.
I got you.
All right.
So like, so we just yes, sir.
No, Iraq. Just give me one more call, and you could salute. You could have the solicitor salute now.
Con out of one kind and make sure you put it on.
Okay. So like, men of Israel, Imadim, which means to stand. Sisters, Imadim. Men of Israel, sorry to face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're gonna give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imadim Shabbat, Imadim, Barak, Yahweh Shemar, Yadi Matah, class dismissed.
A one with them gal favorite. You know the thing come down already. From the U.P.K. in I building, just I the gal them and I the liquor. She no want me no friend of mine. She want skin out on the bed of mine. She have good brain plus a better mind. Me say who for body that she say yes a mine. She come brace the Beretta 9. Me make she come we ahead that time. She get good day plus a better night. Me say who for body that never mind. We not fit cap. But blood clot killers go ask me cap. Thing Nayathaq me pass me counselor. General YAHANNA me done you don't figure. This them man they get spread out for that. Hey boy cross the line no all idiot. Make some bumbo clock gun shot let off in ya. The truth never change no care much time elapse. To work up routine me dog we not relapse. Me general set the thing and it a grow. Some fool never loyal. Them never true to the thing and it a show. Me know a couple things for sure. A bag of gal but never touch a house. Which church boy can make it touch a dog? She want gunman down in a she Hey, she no want be no friend of mine. She want skin out on the bed of mine. She have
Salakia, we have one more thing to do.
For body that she say yes a mine. She want real killer.
there?
One West nigga violate the Aki.
Tab one, pause it.
Come on, cause I turn the music off, sir.
Where's the young man?
So like, so I believe he's
the young man there still.
He's still clicking on the link right now. He should be popping up any second.
Young man Shamar. Tabo one, you know.
Sir, I'm checking right now.
Give me 1 minute. Let's give us 1 minute.
Come on, sir.
Iraq.
Sir, he's trying to get in right now.
Young man Shamar, you there?
So you should see it'll pop up. He'll pop up backstage. Let me just make sure I send him the right link. So I'm sure I did, but let me just make sure.
Tabo one.
Yes, sir. Come.
Tabo one.
Come, sir. Can you hear me, sir? So like, sir, can you hear me? So like, sir?
Justin.
Come, sir, I can hear you. Can you hear me, sir?
Tabo one, you hearing me? I'm not hearing you if you're talking.
Come. I hear you just fine, sir. Salakia, Akashkar, can you hear me, Akashkar?
I'm not hearing.
Come, so I could hear you.
Come. Yeah, Salakia, Cap. Akashkar can hear me just fine. It's on your end, sir. Salakia. Pause.
If you're talking, I'm not hearing.
Let me call.
Tabon, somebody got to call, man. I hear you. Hello?
Yeah. Come. No, Rock said he's getting in right now. He said he just got the phone. He said he's getting it right now. So let me give him a minute. Maybe. Okay, cool. So if he comes, we play the music, and if we come in, then we do it. I'm playing music right now, sir.
My Glock spit, my hand hurt. Your man up, your man's rocking a man's skirt. We tearing up the club, computer thugs twerk. Rocking that purple circle by my wolves, huh? She on the gram, got a gram on her only fam. She eat only ham, no sin though, she only ham. Goddamn, being in the truth ain't a program. Sweet niggas catch up, slow
I got a toolie in my pocket and a bottle full of beer. That's why I'm a I.S.U.P.K soldier and we got no fear. Yes. I'm a U.P.K motherfucking soldier. Violate, smack your face, motherfuckers told ya that we some real live killers. Wig splitters and hitters, body bag fillers for realer niggas in them scriptures. We showing out, Photoshop blast, you holding out, you lunch meat, hole on a stroke, pockets be bulging out, the demon in you. Dismiss, bitch, you know I rap.
Salaki, I don't want, he's in, sir. Salaki, cat, we can't hear you. You're muted, other one.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you just fine. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. You're fine.
Con. So yeah, he's in, sir.
All right. So we have one more to do, right?
Con.
Young man, you're gonna have to find yourself to the school as soon as possible, right? Because the oil is very important to be poured on your head. All right.
Okay.
All right. Today, you will no longer be called young man. You'll be called say the name tab one.
Shakam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tab one, what does it mean?
Shakam means the enemies bow down.
You understand? That's how you met us, and that's how you're gonna stay.
Okay.
You understand? All right. You know what I mean? So congratulations. You know what I mean? And playing in
the water.
You understand? You know what I mean, one day, you know what I mean, I'll tell you know what I mean, you'll be able to tell that story you tell me. And that stand out.
Con.
I mean, that stand out with the fact that you in the world, and I think where you say Iraq had oppressed about, and you put your foot there to get kissed. Some of our brothers and sisters, they literally pull the oppressor up. You didn't. You got your foot kissed, your boot kissed. You understand?
Okay.
From this day forth, you'll be called. Say his name.
Shakam.
Oh God. Shakam. They get hold of
It's like the other one. Shemar Baba Kushad, just imagine being imagine Baba Kushad, stand up. Baba Kushad, if you can.
You can raise it. Yeah, you can raise your arm. You can raise your camera. Raise your camera.
Okay. You just stand in imagine Shabbat or imagine is Tawad.
Yeah.
Con, sir. The water Shemar. It's like Shakam, the water, Salaki. Yeah, I don't want Salaki, sir.
All right. Okay. So we will end it there. So you have to make sure and get to the school to get that oil pour on your head.
Con, Salaki, sir.
All right.
And that's when we give them that anointing prayer as well, Tawab.
Yes.
Sir.
Let's show how important the oil. That's why when the Lord says, he saved the oil and the wine. That's us he's talking about. That's important. Wine and that oil. All right. All right. Shalom. Abasharika Thumb. Congratulations, young man.
Shalom, everyone. Yahabashimel Shabrakatah.
Thumb. Yahashimel.
Most of us suffer from depression, stimulated by oppression. Working bills, they got us stressing, they just wanna see us fall. Trial and error, I keep moving. Wide awake, I'm never snoozing. Keep on fighting, ain't no losing. I was taught to stand tall. By my business, ain't no game. Stuck in my ways, I can't change. Prepare for war, stay in the range. I just pray I get that call. World with killers, but they tamed. A different world, we ain't the same. They call us monsters, wild things, and we ready to risk it all.
I never ever dreamed about doing evil things to nobody till I ran into a nigga like you. My freedom on the line if I bust off with this pussy on my mind. Not no cappers like you, no trappers like you, no actors like you, no hackers like you. You whacking, that's true. You flashing that too. Well, I'm packing that too. Yeah, I'll blam on that fool. Find out what them things do. Pull up, range roof. Electric blue hand, matic gray exclusive. Why you top and stop? Capping ain't gon' do shit, do. Bottom bitches, ghetto birds, wings flapping at you. Devil heavy metal, get you, got you.
Yeah, I'm on the rise, no surprise, I've been working late.
Dreams in my mind and now they vivid when I navigate. Started with a vision, now my moves they articulating. I'm the type to make them listen while they trying to imitate. I was down and I was low, now I'm steady on my feet. Had to build it from the ground, now they moving to my beats. Used to dream about the stage and now I'm living what I preach. Had to cut some ties loose just to find my inner peace. And they know I got energy, I'm running in my prime. Had to flip a couple pages, now they read between my lines. It's a marathon, I'm steady pushing through all of this grind. I've been moving like the future, they just looking at the time.
I never ever dreamed about doing evil things to nobody till I ran into a nigga like you. My freedom on the line if I bust off with this 9. Pussy on my mind, not no cappers like you, no trappers like you, no actors like you, no hackers like you. You whacking, that's true, you flashing that too. Well, I'm packing that too, yeah, I'll blam on that fool. Find out what them things do, pull up range roof, electric blue hand, matic gray exclusive. Ooh. Why you top and stop, capping ain't gon' do shit, do. Bottom bitches, ghetto birds, wings flapping at you. Devil heavy metal, get you, got
Most
your
of us
sicky
suffer
hat
from
you.
depression, stimulated by oppression, working bills, it got us stressing, they just wanna see us fall. Trial and error, I keep moving, wide awake, I'm never snoozing, keep on fighting, ain't no losing. I was taught to stand tall, by my business, ain't no game, stuck in my ways, I can't change, prepare for war, stay in the range, I just pray I get that call. Roll with killers, but they tamed, a different world, we ain't the same, they call us monsters, wild things, and we ready to risk it all. Most of us suffer from depression, stimulated by oppression, working bills, they got us stressing, they just wanna see us